Are you kidding me? Another one slips through the Leafs' fingers. Doesn't it just make your blood boil to see a Stanley Cup champion, a true veteran leader, choose not to come to Toronto? How many times are we going to see this script play out, Leafs Nation? For a fan base that lives and breathes hockey, where every free agency rumor is dissected with surgical precision, this stings. The Toronto Maple Leafs, a team perpetually under the magnifying glass, were widely believed to be the frontrunners, or at least strong contenders, for the services of Jonathan Toews. Imagine it. A three-time Stanley Cup champion, an Olympic gold medalist, a battle-hardened veteran bringing his wealth of experience and leadership to a squad desperate to hoist its own cup. The narrative was perfect, the fit seemed ideal. Yet once again, the script has been flipped, leaving Leafs fans with a familiar sense of disappointment. According to Chris Johnson on The Chris Johnson Show, the dream of Toews donning the blue and white is officially over. The 37-year-old pivot, who has been on an incredible journey back to the NHL, has reportedly narrowed his choices down to just two clubs, the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets. For a team like Toronto, constantly fighting against a narrative of playoff utility and a seemingly endless quest for that elusive championship, this isn't just about losing a player. It's about the continued perception that the biggest names, when given a choice, often look elsewhere. It's a bitter pill to swallow, a reminder that even with a stellar roster, the allure of the Maple Leafs isn't always enough to seal the deal. To truly grasp the significance of Toews' decision, we have to look beyond the ice and into the incredible personal odyssey he's undertaken. This isn't just another free agent looking for a new contract. It's a testament to an athlete's indomitable spirit. After a glittering career with the Chicago Blackhawks, marked by a dynasty that captivated the hockey world, Toews faced a terrifying personal battle. He was diagnosed with chronic inflammatory response syndrome, CRS, a debilitating condition that forced him to miss the entire 2020-21 season. Many wondered if we had seen the last of Captain Sirius on NHL ice. But Toews is no ordinary player. His return in 2021 was a triumph in itself, though it was quickly met with new hurdles, including the persistent effects of long COVID-19, which again sidelined him during the 2022-23 season. It was a brutal stretch, forcing him to step away from the game in August 2023. This wasn't retirement, he insisted, but a crucial step to focus entirely on his recovery. And what a recovery it's been. His path to healing took him halfway across the globe to India, where he spent 5 weeks immersing himself in a traditional Ayurvedic detoxification called panchakarma. This holistic treatment, designed to restore balance and flush deep-rooted toxins, was, in Toews' own words, transformative. He credits it with helping him reconnect with his body and regain control over his health, a journey that has ultimately empowered him to attempt this remarkable return to the NHL. It's a story of courage, perseverance, and a deep commitment to well-being that transcends the typical sports narrative. So, with his health finally restored and his passion for the game reignited, why would a player with Jonathan Toews' pedigree opt not to join the Toronto Maple Leafs? The answer, when you peel back the layers, makes a lot of sense, especially from the perspective of a player making a comeback. Consider the Colorado Avalanche. Here, Toews was sliding behind superstar Nathan MacKinnon and likely the recently re-signed Brock Nelson on the depth chart. This isn't just a role, it's a perfect fit. He'd be a pivotal third-line center on a team that's a legitimate Stanley Cup contender, but without the crushing weight of being a primary offensive producer. His focus could be on his renowned defensive game, his face-off prowess, and his invaluable leadership in a somewhat sheltered environment. Exactly what a player returning from significant time off needs. Then there's the Winnipeg Jets. For Toews, this would be more than just a team. It would be a homecoming. Returning to his roots adds an emotional layer to the decision. Like in Colorado, he'd primarily be a depth center behind Mark Skifield. However, there's a nuanced difference. With Vlad Nemesnikov having served as the second-line center in the playoffs, there might be a touch more pressure on Toews to deliver a greater impact if he were to sign with the Jets. Still, the pull of playing for his hometown, surrounded by family and friends, is an undeniable factor. And now, for the Maple Leafs. The reasons for Toews' apparent snub are, sadly, all too familiar to the Leafs faithful. The spotlight in Toronto is unrelenting, the pressure intense, and the expectations sky high, even playing behind Austin Matthews and a potentially returning John Tavares. The Leafs' glaring lack of scoring depth was a major Achilles heel in their recent playoff exits. A 37-year-old coming off 2 missed seasons might not be the right person to shoulder that specific burden. Furthermore, the ghosts of veteran centers past, like Joe Thornton, who struggled to make a significant impact in Toronto, linger. It's a high-stakes environment where every shift is scrutinized, and for a player prioritizing a smooth, effective return to form, a less intense atmosphere might be infinitely more appealing. It seems both Toews and the Leafs might agree that avoiding this particular dance is best for all parties. What now for Toronto? The summer of speculation. With the Toews chapter seemingly closed, the Toronto Maple Leafs aren't sitting idle. The rumor mill is already churning, with whispers growing louder about New York Rangers pivot Mika Zibanejad potentially heading north in a blockbuster trade to address the Leafs' long-standing center ice issues. This would be a seismic move, one that could fundamentally alter the Maple Leafs' offensive firepower and finally give them the elite second-line center they've coveted for years. No matter how the chips fall, this summer promises to be nothing short of captivating for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Will they land a high-profile trade target, or will they continue to explore the free agent market for other impactful additions? One thing is absolutely certain. The drama surrounding Leafs Nation is a year-round spectacle, and we're just getting started. So, what's your take on Jonathan Toews' decision? Are you relieved he didn't come to Toronto, or do you think the Leafs missed out on a valuable veteran presence? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this report insightful, please give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay on top of all the breaking hockey news.